was delayed. What's up, everybody? Roblive. We are back in the studio. It's been a couple of weeks. What's up, Jim?
What's up, man?
Doing good?
Yeah, it feels nice weather.
Hey, we got a crowd
Nice.
today.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to the crowd there.
Give us some love, girls.
Wait, Ralph and Kim? Sarah. Where? I don't know where I got Kim. I'm sorry. Ralph told me there was Kim. Oh, no, I'm not getting Ralph in trouble. Ralph and Sarah, thank you guys for being here. And the reason they're here is their dear friend, and we're going to talk about it here in a minute. But I want to share something with you guys. I had an experience. It was my birthday about a month and a half ago. I'm 21 now. I can drink, right? And I was like, I want to go to this. This is my favorite place for breakfast, right? And I go there, and I've been there twice. And this time around, I got to meet the owner. And I was like, you have to be on Roblive. Right. And so we're going to meet her in a minute here. But before we meet her, I want to just describe her spot. So in Hanford, right off the 198, you see that there is a cattle auction. Right. You see cattle auction. You see a building. You would never think that there's a restaurant in there. But I keep reading about this place, and I keep seeing pictures of these beautiful giant pancakes. I'm like, I need to go to this place. So I walk in there, and I see first some offices. I'm like, this is the wrong place. I'm in the wrong spot, right? And then I see this door to the left that says cafe. And when I open it, there's about 10 farmers at a round table. And they all turn and look at me like I walked into one of their meetings. And I'm like, oh. And I'm about to leave. And the waitress is like, no, come on in, have a seat. Like she knew, right? Like this is the norm. And I had the best breakfast of my life. And I was like, I need to know who's doing this, like who's creating this stuff. So in the studio today, the owner, right? Correct? Owner of Overland Café. We have Kristi.
Hey.
Kristi, what's your last name again?
Clower with a C.
Kristi Clower. I should have probably checked that out, folks, but this is Roblive. This is how we do it. By the way, before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. Support us. We love that you guys are listening. Shout out to Georgia. Georgia in the house, right, Jim? Now, not the state, the country. We love the state, too, but the country of Georgia showed a lot of love, 2,000 views for Alex's video. Also, we have fans in Ireland. Don't forget that, right, Jim?
Yeah, we're learning a lot on this show.
Can we get a Little John?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Oh, I got a new board here. Hang on.
You got a Little John?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh, you got bruh? You got bruh there.
Yep.
Can you guys hear any of this?
No, they can't hear.
Oh,
it.
they
Yeah.
can't. Oh, we got to get them
I
headphones.
gotta get more
next
mic.
time. Let's get headphones for the
More
whole
speakers,
audience.
yeah.
All two of them. Okay, so Kristi Clower, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And I know it took a lot for you to be here. We had a lot of texts and conversations about it.
Yep.
And, it's not easy to be on camera. I know that. But I appreciate you taking this time because I think your story is very unique and inspirational.
Well, thank you.
Because, I mean, when you talk about the last 20 years, right? You said 21 years in business. We got the recession of 2008, COVID. I mean, there was all these reasons, and unfortunately, a lot of small businesses shut down. But there you are, still
struggling.
But delicious and working hard, and it seems like you love what you do.
Yeah, I do.
So I want to start from the beginning. Where are you from?
Hanford.
Hanford.
Yep. I was born in Modesto.
Born in Modesto, but raised in Hanford.
Yep.
Hanford High?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
And did you grow up with both parents and everybody in the house, or sisters, brothers?
Two sisters.
Two sisters. Are they still around?
Sarah's here with me
Oh,
tonight.
Sarah's your sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Sister Sarah. And the other sister?
She's in Hanford as well.
Oh, okay. She didn't get invited to the party?
No. She's probably working.
Oh, she's okay. She's Sarah's gonna go home and be like, I got to go to the show.
Yep. Roblive.
Roblive. So, two sisters raised in Hanford. Did you ever imagine that you would get into the restaurant business?
I did not. It just happened by chance.
What was the original plan for you?
I didn't really have a plan. I just went to work for a lady there that owned it, and I would help her waitress, and she opened another place in Riverdale, and I would go back and forth. My mom was the head cook at the one in Hanford.
Yeah. Was the Riverdale place also called Overland Café?
No, I forget what it was called. It's
Wait.
been so long.
Was it off the 41
No, it was actually in Riverdale.
in town?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Rob, let me have her fix her mic. Bring her mic up closer to her.
Oh, a little bit
There we
closer.
go. Pull it in towards you.
Like an ice cream.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
And she was older and was not in good health. So she came to me one day and asked if I would be willing to buy the Hanford location from her because she lived in Riverdale.
How old were you at this time
I
when she offered this place up to you?
28,
And how long had you been working for her at that time?
about 6 months.
Oh, okay. You say like 6
7
years.
months. No.
So you have 6 years. You have 6 months in the business, and she's like, "You want to buy this business?"
Yeah.
And what part of you was like, "Yes, let's go"?
I wasn't at first. I told her I had to think about it because I had no clue about restaurant business. But my mom had already worked for her for a couple of years. So
Yeah.
I talked to mom, and she thought it was a good idea, but I had to come up with the money.
Wow.
So I borrowed the money from a friend and
Do you
went
mind
ahead.
if we ask like what was the investment initially?
Initially about $4,000,
$4,000.
not very much.
Wow.
Because you're not buying the building, just the business.
The business.
Yep.
Now, I think it's a unique spot to have a cafe.
Mm-hmm.
How did she get in there in the first place? Because it seems like it was all dedicated to the cattle auction. It was all offices.
Yeah.
And then at some point they said, let's put a restaurant.
The restaurant was there from the day it was built.
Oh, so it was designed that way.
The restaurant has been there 50 years. It'll be
Oh,
51
my
years this
God.
year. And there's always been someone in there. So no matter if I ever leave, they will have somebody else come in right behind me.
Okay.
So they have the restaurant there for the dairymen and ranchers. They have cattle auctions 2 to 3 times a week. So
Yes.
their guys need somewhere to eat.
Okay.
So that's
So everyone who comes in, not everyone, but most people coming in are about to go out to the auction. Like this is their spot before they go.
Yeah, pretty much. Come in for breakfast or lunch, sometimes both.
And they're purchasing cattle.
Yeah, buying or selling.
Okay. And this is for beef?
Dairy and beef.
Dairy and beef.
Yep.
Wow.
So we get kind of busy. Thursdays are busy days. So
Okay.
we get quite a few people in.
Now, do you get a bunch of people from out of town as well?
Oh, yeah. We get a lot of people traveling in
Like how far away?
Florida.
Oh, wow.
Because they travel to California to go see the big trees or the beaches, and they'll
Yeah.
just Google restaurants, and we pop up, and so they come over.
Oh, yeah. And you have a very strong following, just word of mouth.
Yes.
They say that's the most powerful.
I've only paid for advertisement once. And the advertisement did not work. So it's just all social media.
It is. And not just that. I remember talking to friends from Lemoore, and they said, hey, if you want a real like country breakfast, you got to go to Overland Café.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never seen it. Is it downtown? Like I'm looking all over town for this place. And they're like, no, take 9th. Is it 9th or 10th?
9th Avenue, yeah.
And you're driving out there. I'm like, this got to be the wrong place. It's got to be. I see Overland. Does it say auction? It says something
Stockyard.
else. Overland Stockyard, but I don't. And sure enough, you walk in there, and it seems like the people who work there kind of expect newcomers
Yep.
to be a little hesitant or like, is this a right?
Yep.
But there's regulars too.
Yes.
They're the most entertaining group of men.
Don't come in at 6 in the morning.
What happens then?
I always tell my new customers, don't come in early in the morning. They're very political.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
When I was there, it was funny. I'm not going to say names because I don't think I know any of the names, but the conversation was, Jim, this is funny. This guy's like, I went out to Mexico and I was trying to get a massage. And these girls, it's something else. I'll tell you now. And I think the wife was there and she was laughing about it, right? And then he says that a couple days later, he's at the resort or whatever, and he's got his hat and cap and glasses on. And the massage girl was like, hey, there you are. You want another one? Like she recognized him. He's like, I don't know how this girl hunted me down.
Oh my gosh.
They're real about their money out there. He
Heck
says.
yeah,
So that was funny. And it felt like it's got a family vibe to it.
it does. Our regulars have become family. Our regulars were there before we were there.
Oh, wow.
They just stay there. That's their meeting point.
Does the
every-
menu stay the same?
Pretty much. Their menu,
Yeah.
they make up their own menu.
Oh, so they tell you.
Yeah.
What's a common order from the farm guys?
Bacon or sausage and eggs.
Oh, that's delicious.
Biscuits
Hash
and
browns.
gravy.
I think I've had everything in there at least. I haven't had rabbit though. I haven't had rabbit yet because
No,
we're gonna
I've only
get to
done
that.
it twice.
We're gonna get to that. in a
So I
minute.
have a question though. How have you adapted to the prices of eggs though? Because I mean, I'm
Yes.
hearing you serve a lot on your plate.
Well, we serve 2 eggs, but I just upped my menu prices 25 to 50 cents an item on the menu. A lot of people were doing surcharges for eggs. We didn't do that. It's going to come back down eventually. We'll probably lose money, but it's starting to come back down now.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Yes.
So as far as the clientele, you have your regulars, and then you have people who come in. Townspeople. Mm-hmm. And then you have the out-of-towners.
Yep.
And the busiest time you said is Thursdays?
Usually, yes.
Thursday mornings. When I was there, it was about 7:38. And the orange juice, is that fresh squeezed?
No.
Why does it taste that way? It has a really good taste to it. I'm like, are they back there
brand.
with the...
No.
That's your food's amazing.
Thank you.
So in 21 years, I'm sure you have a lot of stories, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to just go through the categories. Ready?
Okay.
Best customer.
I'd have to say the Toledos.
Is that because they're consistent or they're respectful or what's that?
Both. They're in there every day, twice a day.
Twice a day?
Mm-hmm.
They come back for lunch. You have a burger there, right?
Yep.
I got to try the burger.
The cowboy burger.
The cowboy burger.
Yep.
So Toledo's best customer. Any celebrities ever come by?
Not while I was there. When they had their grand opening, Tanya Tucker played there.
Oh, wow.
She was there often. She's good friends with the previous owner. But
is she from around the area, Tanya Tucker?
I don't think so. I think she met a previous owner in the rodeo circuit.
Yeah.
And they became good friends.
Okay.
But I have met a lot of singers because we cater as well for the Fox Theater in Hanford.
Oh, okay.
So he'll have us.
Steve Perry?
No, not Steve Perry.
Who'd you meet?
Vince Gill.
Vince
twice.
Gill. Okay, love him.
Jamie Johnson. He was amazing before he made it big. We had a cafe downtown, and he actually came in and ate instead of eating with his band at the Fox Theater.
So you had 2 locations?
We had shut Overland down for about a year and a half and opened a location downtown Hanford.
Oh, okay.
A bigger location. It did not work. So we went back out to Overland.
Right.
Pam Tillis.
Pam Tillis, yes.
I think Jamie Johnson was my favorite.
Oh, he's your favorite?
Willie Nelson, we met him.
Oh, my God.
Cooked
Willie
for him.
Nelson?
Yep.
He seemed like he had the munchies a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Willie. Oh, my.
Yeah.
So what's been the strangest order? Does anyone come in and be like, I want 2 poached eggs, some kangaroo on the side?
No, poached isn't unusual. Some guys will come in and order our cowboy burger, and it is 8 ounces of meat, and they want a double patty.
Oh, man.
So they're eating a pound of meat.
The heart stopper.
Yes. Yes.
You were waiting to use that on.
That's a lot of meat, man.
It is a lot.
Carnivore. We call that one the carnivore.
Well, they use the bread, so sometimes they throw a side of bacon on there.
Yeah. Usually that. And have you ever strayed from the menu and said, hey, we're going to try something random today?
We do. We do different specials.
Do you guys do what's the St. Patrick's?
We did corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage.
With all the fixings.
Oh,
it was very busy. We do rabbit. We do frog legs, liver and onions.
Frog legs? Mm-hmm. What are liver and onions?
Liver and onions?
What is that?
Liver? You never had liver?
Oh, liver and onions. I heard Laverne onions. You like Laverne and Shirley?
Liver and onions.
Yes, I've heard of liver and onions, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I thought you were...
Not Laverne and Shirley.
I thought you were going with the frog legs. You went with liver?
Wow.
No, I heard Laverne onions. I'm like, is that like liver. Shirley onions and Laverne? Okay, that's an acquired taste.
It is. I don't like it.
Yeah. So
but a lot of people do. A lot of old timers. We have a lot of people ask for it.
How about, are you into it?
No, excuse me, my mother-in-law would cook liver at their house and
watch you eat it, huh?
No, I used to be like, are you kidding me? Your mom eats liver? And she's like, no, it's for the dogs.
She cooked for the dogs. Yeah. Man, dogs got it good. So I know.
Not with liver. They can have the liver.
You can keep that. So the rabbit thing, when did that get started?
About 2 years ago.
And what triggered that, or how did you come up with that idea?
My son got a bug in his ear about how much they were worth, and he was trying to make more money. He was traveling across the United States hauling horses for a living.
Oh, okay.
But he wanted to be at home, so he started this rabbit deal, and it's just been full throttle.
So it's like a rabbit ranch.
Yeah.
Not a bunny ranch.
It's a rabbit farm.
We won't call it a bunny ranch.
We have about 200 rabbits right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is this on your property? Or?
Yes.
So you must live
In the country. Yeah. We have 7.5 acres.
Now, is your son in charge of like feeding them all? And
No, I
checking
have
on
to
them?
do everything.
Oh my! So you do all that before work?
Yeah, mid-morning. I have a niece. My sister's daughter comes and
Okay.
helps out.
Thank
Thank
you.
God. Yes.
What's your niece's name?
Jaylee's.
Jaylee's?
Yep.
Shout out to Jaylee's.
Yes.
Thank you for helping Auntie.
I tried to get her to come tonight. She said, "Heck no."
No, you're gonna pull me on camera.
Yeah.
I know you are.
Yep.
So 200 rabbits, and then at what point do you know they're ready? For,
5 pounds.
Oh, so you weigh them out?
Yep. I weaned about 30 of them this morning. Put them in a grow-out cage, and we'll just feed them for about 5 weeks, and then ship them off.
Oh, okay, so these are being purchased out of town as well.
Yeah, from a locker in Creston,
Where's Creston?
on the way to the coast.
Oh, okay.
They make dog
Creston.
food with them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like rabbit stew. And...
No, but I sometimes I'll send my own over there, and they process them for me, USDA inspected.
So you have a regular person
Yep.
that you supply.
Yep.
So you got that business and you got the restaurant.
Yes.
Man, how do you juggle both?
It's hard. Sundays, I do not leave the house. That is my one day to do nothing.
Oh, so Sundays you're.
My rest.
Oh yeah, just like the Bible said, right?
Yep.
So in your 21 years, let's go back to year one. You buy this place. The owner's gone, and she's like, "Here's the keys."
Mm-hmm.
What was your first thing? Like, I'm changing the menu. I got to figure out the supply. Did you know how to order everything at the time? Did you know how to run it?
Not really. That's where Mom came in because
Oh.
she had worked there already.
Thank
So
God
Mom
for
and I were
Mom.
partners the first go around.
Okay.
So we just ordered enough food to get us through the week because we don't have much space to keep stuff. So
Which means the food's fresh.
yes. We would go shopping every Saturday. Back then we were open Monday through Friday.
Okay.
So every Saturday we'd go grocery shopping for the next week, buy all of our supplies, and go from there. When we moved uptown and we came back out to Overland, Fridays were not as busy anymore. So I went ahead and shut down, and we're just there Monday through Thursday.
At what point did you start to engage in social media to like get the word out? Or when did that pick up? Because I think that's where I first heard of it.
Probably not for a couple years after. I don't think Facebook was even a thing back then.
What year did you buy the place?
Oh, gosh.
Like 2000? Like maybe 2004, right?
Yeah, probably 4 or 5.
And when you first made the big jump,
I was nervous.
I would have, yeah.
I was nervous because I had no idea what I was doing.
And look at you now.
Thank you.
21 years later.
I still don't know what I'm doing.
It's to me, my opinion, I've heard a lot of people say it's the best breakfast spot in Kings County.
That's all my mom. She's a great cook.
Wow. Did you hear that? Imaginary. See how it works out? Jim's got the butt.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you get into year one. Are you guys profitable right away, or does it take some time to?
I don't think we've ever been profitable. It just pays the bills.
Just covers the bill.
Yep.
And so it's a labor of love.
It's a labor of love. Yep.
What do you love so much about it that keeps you in the game?
The people.
The people.
Yeah. We have really good customers, and I like meeting new people that come from the other countries or other states.
So you have from other countries as well?
Oh yeah.
Typically where from?
Off the top of my head, I can't think right now.
I will tell you this, and Jim, I might have told you this story. I was in Australia because as a teacher, sometimes you take kids on these group trips, right? We're in Australia, and I'm at a Raiders game, but these are the Raiders of, I can't remember the name of the Australian, but it's Australian rules football. And this guy sits next to me, and he hears my accent, right? Because we have American accents to them. And he's like, "Hey, what's your mate? Where are you from?" And I'm like, the U.S. And he's like, "What parts there?" And I said, "California." And he goes, "What area?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, how familiar with California?" He goes, "Try me." And I said, "Well, I'm from London, which is next to Dinuba." He goes, "Oh, yeah, we went on a tour of Dinuba, Tulare, and Hamford." So what they do is they do these tours from other countries for farmers because we are the ag capital of the world. And they come down and they check. So this guy knew Hamford. He knew Tulare. And so I imagine you're getting people from all over the world.
We get every year there's a group of kids that come in from college from Japan. China or Japan, I'm not exactly
sure.
They
take pictures with the food, don't they?
They do. And we have those big statues outside, and they take pictures with the statues. And there's like 30 of them.
Yeah. And then what? But why how did they find your
Because
spot?
they do a tour, just like you said. They
Yeah.
tour the stockyard.
Oh, okay.
They watch the sale. They go out to Harris Ranch.
These are future farmers of
Yep.
Japan.
Yes.
Wow.
So they tour cotton fields and Harris Ranch, and
I'm sure they love your food.
I'm sure they do too. They get all the burgers.
Well, the thing about
And so
your
does-
place is the portions.
Oh yeah.
You've never, as far as I've been there, you don't hold back. The portions are there, and that matters.
Well, other countries don't serve like American.
No, yeah, they don't.
They were all
don't.
obese for a reason, you know.
I didn't know that. You know,
There was an old saying that way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
amen. That's true.
You got to feed him up.
You're winning a lot of hearts with that food. I'm telling you that. Did you ever? So when you purchased the place, did you keep the menu the same, or did you make some changes?
We did. It's basically the same. We probably added a few things here and there, but I want to say it's pretty much the same as it's been for 30 years.
What was your biggest experiment? You know, like McDonald's will do the McRib once in a while, or something crazy.
We did a stockyard burger.
Uh-huh.
I named it the stockyard burger, and it was a blend of 3 meats,
Oh, okay.
and it was amazing.
So beef. What else?
Bacon and brisket.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Mhm.
Are you bringing that back sometime? Anytime
I'm
soon?
hoping to. Yeah, it's kind of expensive.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is
So
probably
you have
not
to charge accordingly. People don't want to spend $30 on a burger.
yeah, this is probably not the time.
No.
And so how did you get through COVID? Given that things were shut down, were you catering then or to go? Or?
We did takeouts about once a week. We did dinners. I guess it's all over with now, but we did dine-in dinners once a month, word
Okay.
of mouth.
Like a
And-
speakeasy.
And we were packed.
Wow.
We just did 2 options, fish and chips and something else.
I think people just wanted to be around
They
each
did.
other.
They just wanted to.
Some good food.
Yes.
Did you do it there at the spot?
Yep.
So was it like all quiet and then all these cars would be out
Yep.
there? Wasn't that a crazy time?
It was.
And when you first realized that things were going to get shut down, what was your first reaction to all that?
What was I going to do with all my food?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And I thought about you guys too. All small business at that time. I was like, man.
No, it's hard for the smaller guys to get grants. Like a lot of chains got grants and a lot of the downtown businesses got grants, and we didn't get any grants. So I shut down for about the first 3 months of COVID, and then I was over it because I still have to make a living. I still have bills to pay.
Yeah.
So we opened up on sale days only, and then eventually they opened us back up.
And all of 2020 was, so it started in March of 2020 was a shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
How long after that were you able to go back to normal? Like a year?
Yeah, because I just opened on their sale days because they were still able to sell cattle. It was a necessity.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I would just be open on the sale days, and I would have townspeople and cattle people in there because people wanted to come and eat.
Was that the Thursdays or was Matt
Monday and Thursday.
Man, if I would have known.
Yeah.
If I would have only known.
Yep. I didn't advertise it, but
Well, yeah. I mean, it was
the
a
word of
different
mouth,
time.
though, we would be packed.
And you got through that. Now, what about remember the housing crash in 2007 or 8? Did that affect you at all?
I don't think so.
Because I know that a lot of people were claiming bankruptcy and struggling.
It gets a little slower different times of the year,
What's the busiest time for you guys?
or probably August to December. The
Okay.
end of August, the beginning of December. Right now, we're going to start slowing down because the farmers are going to be busy
Oh, okay.
planting our food.
There you go. We need that.
Hmm.
And what's the most unique or unusual incident you've had in the restaurant? I'll tell you mine real quick, Jim. I don't know if you. I was at a place in Burbank, Studio City, right? And a lot of studios there, a lot of TV stars, whatever. And this guy walks in, and I was like, "That's Big Perm from the movie Friday."
Yeah.
It's like, that's Big Perm. And I don't know which friend I was with at the time. He's like, dude, that's not Big Perm. You think everybody looks like Big Perm. I'm like, no, this, I'm pretty sure that's Big Perm. And so he's about from me to where Sarah is sitting. And so I'm like, I wonder, you probably can't hear me. I'm like, can I go up to him? I don't want to bug him while he's eating, right? That's the one thing. I never want to be the guy who bugs the celebrity while they're eating. Like, they're just people, right? So I'm just waiting for him to finish. And I kind of get engrossed in the conversation I'm having with my friend. And then as we're talking to each other, I feel someone standing here, and I thought it was going to be the waitress. It's Big Worm, right? Big Worm standing there. He's like, hey, man, thank you for, recognizing my stuff. And then he starts promoting his next movie to me.
Oh, wow.
He's, yeah, my next movie is this. I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. And I'm looking at my friend like, I told you.
As he has lettuce in his teeth or something, right? He just had a meal.
But think about how humble is that, right? Instead of just hanging back.
So he saw you staring at him.
Yeah, he heard me probably say Big Worm about 7 times. But he came over. That was the coolest, most unique experience I've had in a restaurant. What's happened in your place?
Del Urong was interesting. He came out from ABC 30.
Did you work with him?
Yeah.
Del Urong? Mm-hmm. Were you with him that day?
No.
He does the Dine and Dish.
Yes.
So he came out
right.
a couple months back, and we got a lot busier after that.
I've got to see that. We're gonna put a link to that episode from Channel 30. Shout out to Channel 30, and it's going to show highlights your restaurant, your food, right?
Yes.
What did he order?
We made him the chicken fried steak with beans and potatoes, biscuits and gravy, and the cowboy burger.
Oh, you didn't hold back.
No, we gave him all the popular dishes.
Well, I'm sure his photographer ate, and everybody else on his crew ate.
Yeah, they boxed it up and took it all with them.
How big was their crew?
It was just him and a cameraman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then after that?
And then after that, they were gone.
No, I mean, like, people started showing up.
Oh, yeah.
From out of town?
Yes.
We saw you on Channel 30.
Fresno, Oakhurst.
Did they interview you?
They did.
And what they ask you about?
Just about the food prices and how long we were there. And
they're in-depth features. They sit down. It's not just a little 2-minute piece. It's a full, like, I'd say probably 7-8 minutes each segment. Yeah.
That is awesome for advertising. See, look at that. Free advertising, word of mouth. So who else has worked? Is any other family members work for the place?
I just recently hired my nephew to learn how to cook.
Oh, there you go. How old is he?
He is 20.
20. What's his name?
Quentin.
Quentin. Shout out to Quentin. Gotta get in that kitchen.
He does pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, he's never done it before, and he's not an early person, but he has to be there at 5:30 in the morning.
Is that when you guys get it going?
Yep.
Turn on the fryers and whatnot.
Yep.
So my question would be is teaching a young 20. You said how old was he? 20.
Yes.
So, is there a special technique to do over easy eggs?
Yes.
Because
the white has to be runny.
Oh, okay, that's what it means. So which
and it
one
doesn't break the yolk.
No.
I've tried it every way. I break it every single time, and I love over easy. So it's.
At work, I teach them if they can't flip it in the skillet, we'll have them dump it on the grill and then use a spatula to flip it over.
Wow.
But I don't like doing that. I don't like scabby eggs.
Scabby
so
eggs.
They have to learn how to flip them. But she knows already. He was flipping them the first day.
With the little pan, right?
With a skillet.
I think I know. I just think I still got it. I was at Kings River Golf and Country Club back in the day. Dishwasher, short order cook. Oh, yeah. So I learned a little bit.
Do you have a burger with an egg on it, or you just...
For a special, we'll do that, but a lot of guys do request that.
That is, have you ever had that,
with
Robert?
ham and a fried egg?
Fat Burger does that. I know Fat Burger.
But I had an ostrich egg on my burger one time.
What does that even taste like? Does it taste like?
It tastes the same. It's just huge. It wrapped over the whole.
Was
burger.
that in Canada? Or where were you?
No, it was in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Yeah, I wasn't here. That's crazy. Ostrich egg. So, I want to talk a little bit about this because this is a reality of life. In certain occupations, life happens, and yet you still got to be there the next day, right? You still have people that count on you. And to me, that's the scariest part about having your own business. Like, I have the luxury right now, Jim, we're both blessed where we're teachers, right? Someone passes away, someone is, deathly ill, and we have to be gone. The show moves on because there's substitute teachers. Shout out to the substitutes. Thank you guys for covering me today. All right. And so we have that luxury as a business owner, as the heart of a place. When bad things happen, you still got to be there.
Sometimes, yes. It depends on what it is. But that is one of the reasons why I like being self-employed, is we are a small family-owned restaurant.
Yeah.
And a lot of people understand if we have to close. So when our dad died, I don't remember taking off from work, or our grandmother. Yeah. My mom did, and I would cook or have somebody else come in and help out. We try not to miss work, but
Yeah.
when my mom's husband passed away last year, I think she only missed 3 or 4 days of work, and she had to come back to work.
Wow.
She didn't want to miss out.
Sometimes it's therapeutic, right?
Yes.
Because if you're sitting home, you're just thinking about your loss.
Yes, exactly.
And there you're interacting with your customers, and that's when I think it really feels like family, right? That's the value of something comes in those tough times.
Yes.
Where I can show up and somebody's checking in on me or making me laugh, or I think you need a sense of normalcy after tragedy.
Yeah.
We had a situation at my school. I'm big into mental health, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But my principal at the time took his own life, Sierra Pacific, 2016. And I remember okay, well, the kids are still coming tomorrow. They still need a teacher. And I've got to figure this out. And I remember it being really difficult at first to show up again and not be too emotional. But then as you start to get through your day and you realize how much they count on you and appreciate you, and they're checking in on you, you have a new appreciation for that. And I'm sure that's happened with you with some of the tragedy you had to endure, right?
Yep.
The restaurants kind of rallied around you.
Yes.
What has been your toughest day at work?
I don't think I've really had a huge tough day.
It's blessed.
I mean, I've had hard times, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Probably the day my son got taken to prison about 2 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
That was a really hard day.
Is he still incarcerated?
Yes. He should be out next year.
Okay. So he's coming out next year, and does he have a job?
He does rabbit farming.
Oh.
I didn't keep it going for nothing.
So this is the son that started the rabbit farm.
Yep.
Then he's incarcerated, and you stepped up and kept it going.
Yeah, because he got it going and then got locked up, and I was getting ready to sell it all. He's like, don't do it. I need something to do when I get home.
Wow.
So we've just grown it.
Man, you're the mom of the year.
I don't know about that.
Some moms are like, I've got to clean his room. She's like, I'm raising 200 rabbits. Top that. Go clean that little room you got over there.
I'm working another full-time job.
Yeah. Oh, my. You run the restaurant and you run the...
Yep.
And how often do you get to see him?
I haven't seen him since he's been incarcerated.
Just phone calls? And
Yep. He calls me every day.
How far away is he?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, wow. He's in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And so hopefully good behavior, cut his time in half, come out. And, man, lucky to have you as a mom. I know when, I've had a lot of family and friends incarcerated, and that transition out, if you don't have something to get to, that rabbit farm is going to save him. Yeah. Because it's like life has passed you by for 3 years, and now you're trying to reacclimate. And if you have to add unemployment on top of that, it's depressing. Yeah.
He wants to take over the restaurant, too.
Hey, ambitious.
More power to him.
There you go, right?
Yep. He said, don't ever get out of there because I have ideas.
Good for him. He sounds like he's just, doing his time. And
no, he just made a stupid choice. And
who hasn't?
That's what I said. We all make mistakes.
I should have been incarcerated at least 3 or 4 times. And I was thinking about this the other day. It's like that road, right? And I'll give you guys the story, right? Here you guys, Roblive exclusive. I haven't talked about this before. Jim's going to be like, what the hell? Why'd you ever tell me this? I was in college and I was graduating. And the night I was graduating, went to downtown Palo Alto because my school, Menlo College, was down the street. And so, you're partying, you're having a good time. And we go to this nightclub. And I remember the nightclub had 2 huge windows, right? Big windows. And then they were separated by a brick pillar. And the owner of the nightclub, about halfway through the night, he kicks me out. And I wasn't really drunk or I wasn't doing anything crazy. Well, apparently he was attracted to one of the girls that we were hanging out with, right? And I posed, another male around. We were all just friends, but, for him, it's like, I need to get this guy out of the way. And so he had them kick me out and was telling everybody that somehow I was in the women's bathroom. Like, I was sitting there having a beer, right? And it really bothered me. Getting kicked out is no big deal, but that's a pervy, you know what I mean? That's an accusation that really, attacks my character. And as a young man, you're hot-headed.
Yep.
I must have been about 23, 24 at the time. So I go back to the dorm room, which is about 2-3 miles away. And I'm like, we're going to go back. We're going to smash that window. And everybody's like, you're dumb. What are you doing? And I said, no, we're going back. So I looked outside the dorm. And I found 2 big old rocks, right? Now we're going to go back and smash this guy's window. So we reluctantly, my friends are driving me back, and I'm yelling at them, and they, and they're like, dude, you're stupid. Don't do this. No, he needs to know. So we go and we pull up, and so here's the 2 big windows, and I'm here with the rock. And I kind of what is this called? Shot put this big, huge boulder, and it hits the pillar. I had 2 giant windows, right? I couldn't hit 2 giant windows, and my timing, it hit the pillar. As it hits the pillar and as it falls down, a cop drives right in front of us, across this way. Had I not missed, I'd have been incarcerated that night, and I'd have a record. One bad decision.
Yep, that's all it takes.
And the tough part about that is that there's a lot of assumptions and judgments when you say someone's incarcerated.
Yep.
We don't always look at it as just a bad choice. We go, oh, that's a bad person.
Exactly.
Oh, then put me on the list.
Yep.
Right? How's it work? I'm going to mess this up. He who is without sin cast the first stone. Right?
Yep.
We're all in the glass house. So good for him. Quentin, right? Is it Quentin?
My son?
Yeah.
Chance.
Oh, who's Quentin?
My nephew.
Nephew.
That's cooking.
Okay. Chance, when you get out, watch this episode with your mama.
Oh, he will.
Right? She held it down for you. Okay? Shout out to you and shout out to Kristi.
Thank you.
Doing it right. So he's coming out. He's going to take the place over, and you're more than happy with that?
Yeah, he's not going to take it over. I told him it's our business.
That's
and he's going to do a lot of legwork.
Do you have a retirement date in mind for yourself?
Oh, God. No.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. My mom's 70 and still going.
Well, I have this thing about retirement, right?
Once you retire, you die.
Exactly, right?
Jeez.
You start, or the thing, okay, retired people don't come after us, right? If you keep your routine, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
It's the sleeping in, right? It's just not doing anything.
I think it's different when you own a business, though, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Compared to retiring when you own the business.
Yeah, you built that baby, and you want to see
your
it
life.
flourish.
Yeah.
And you want something that you've put so much into to continue,
Yep.
right? And so your mom's 71, she's still going.
Yep.
And you're going, and then you'll have 3 generations in the kitchen. Wait, do you have 3 generations now, right?
Yeah, my nephew.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. And my niece Jaleesa feeds rabbits for me. She used to wash dishes in there. And
oh, wow.
they grew. My son, he used to come to work with me when he was 2.5. He would go to work at 5:30 in the morning and stay there all day long.
He was raised.
He was raised down there.
Okay, so when I was there, I remember you were there. Your mom was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who are the other gals?
Janae, she's a friend of mine, and she helps me waitress.
Okay.
And there might have been another girl in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think it was like 4 people total is what I remember.
Yeah. So there's always got to, on the sell days, Mondays and Thursdays, there's always 2 people in the kitchen.
Because it's super busy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I came in on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, January 30th was my birthday. And that was my first birthday gift to myself. Like, I'm going to Overland. That's how delicious your place is.
Well, thank you.
So, what do you envision for the future of Overland? Is there any big plans you got?
No.
Is rabbit ever going to be like a regular menu item?
No, it'll be a special item.
Because you got the meat.
I do, but a lot of I feel like the newer generation is not into that stuff. The old generation, the old timers, they're more into that.
The possum, the rabbit.
I won't do possum.
The alternate meats. We got possum out here, right?
I did have a guy come from Kalinga and had the rabbit, and he said it was so good that I could probably make a raccoon taste good. I said, we're not trying raccoon. Nope.
That's a compliment, though, that you can change any meat. Yeah. So when you serve the rabbit, is it typically in a stew or you roast it? Or what do you guys do?
The first time we fried it, and the second time we smoked it. And on the smoker, it's amazing.
I think that's what you had shared with me.
Yeah, it was really good.
I remember when I went to see you, when we first started talking, I was like, hey, you got rabbit meat here? And we started talking about rabbit. Pretty soon, I remember driving home, and there was a frozen rabbit in the front seat of the van. And they're like, how did we get here?
Uh-oh.
She has to be on the show. No, it's such a unique story.
You took it home?
Yeah. It's in my freezer. We still. I don't know how to cook it, but
Was it a whole one or a quarter piece?
No, you gave me a whole rabbit.
Oh yeah, you gotta soak it in buttermilk for 3 days.
That's what you said.
Buttermilk and a lot of seasoning.
So buttermilk and then season after it's been soaked.
Well, my sister, when she made it for Easter last year, she seasoned the buttermilk.
You had bunny for Easter.
We did.
Oh,
and it was good.
That just feels kind of wrong, right?
We did other items too, but everyone wanted to try the rabbit.
Yeah, chicken and rabbit.
That right there that's our bumper sticker for the night.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we ate rabbit for Easter.
Yep.
Oh my God. So here's the other thing that I always wonder, because we have FFA kids, right, in school, and they're like, hey, you're going to raise this beautiful little goat or calf, whatever, and then once you're attached and you're given a name, you're going to sell that thing off. How do you detach from these things?
I've been told that I was heartless. So
Who told you that?
A lot of people.
Oh, for doing the rabbit?
No, just in general, but
Oh, okay.
I just try not to think about it. Like we just took about 20 head over this past week.
Yeah.
And I just load them up and drop them off live and try not to think about it.
And just move on.
I
Keep
do
it
have
moving.
I have a couple that have become pets.
Yeah.
So they probably won't ever go to slaughter.
Oh,
Even
okay.
if they can't produce, I'll just keep them.
Well, I've heard if you name them, that's it. Like it's
Well, they don't have names. They're all numbered.
even the pets.
Yeah.
So it's like here, number 3, come.
Yep.
And what do they eat?
Pellets.
Oh, pellets.
Just pellets.
I'm thinking carrots.
No.
You know those mini carrots?
No.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm thinking.
We
They
don't
just
feed
throw
them anything besides pellets, and we get the feed from Templeton, and it's all they make all their own feed there.
Templeton, like Central Coast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that to clean out their system when you?
No, just
Slaughter.
healthier. It has all the vitamins and nutrients that they need in there. So I know a lot of people, backyard growers, they'll feed Timothy or fresh vegetables from the garden, but we're not backyard growers. So, we're a little
Ain't
larger.
nobody got time for that. We're just
Yeah.
trying to, it's
Yes.
big.
Yeah, and I want them to gain weight as quickly as possible.
How do you keep them from escaping? Like,
They're all in cages.
oh, okay.
My boyfriend built really nice cages to hold them in, and we
200? How many cages did
there's
he?
a lot of cages.
Oh, what's his
We
name?
have an old milk barn that my son had gutted out
Yeah.
and bought used cages, and the boyfriend didn't think they were good enough, so he started building all brand new ones.
Wow. Shout out to the boyfriend. That's a keeper right there.
Yay!
You build cages. Wow. I wish I had the handyman thing. You have the handyman thing, right? You just build stuff.
Yeah, look at this, dude. This set.
This
It's amazing.
No, Jim. That.
It's all Pinterest. Everything's Pinterest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And my part was none of this.
You brought your chair.
I sat down. Yeah,
Your
this is my
chair.
No, I think that's a very important thing. We're losing that, right? These basic skills
Yep.
to be able to build things and create things. I worked in restaurants for a while, through college and whatnot, but I didn't have my own place. So Applebee's, you know Applebee's.
Yep.
I was at Applebee's in Vegas. Shout out to Nellis Boulevard in Vegas. I was there for one summer. And then I was at Chevy's. You ever tried Chevy's? Fresh Mex? They had one in Fresno for a little while, but it was in Redwood City, Margaritas. You learn a lot about people
Oh yeah.
when you serve.
Yep.
Because I'm sure you did the serving side as well, right?
Yeah.
You probably did every job.
I do it all. Yes.
And for me, there's one thing that I remember when I was a server that I tried to keep in mind as I became a customer. Just remember you're dealing with people. Because sometimes the way people treat servers, it's like, it's like, wow, this is another human being we're talking about here. And even if your eggs are, wrong or somebody burned your pancake, there's a way to talk to people.
And it's not the waitress' fault; it's the cook's fault.
She's got to take the hit for the cook. They say that, I think it was Muhammad Ali said this, that if you want to know what somebody's really like, watch the way that they treat the help,
Oh yeah.
the way they talk to people who were the help, because that is eventually the way they will treat you. And I thought about that, and that's pretty real, because, when you first meet someone, you're trying to impress them.
Yeah.
And if it's service, right, you're not trying to impress them. They're
Yeah.
trying to earn a tip from you. And so you're unfiltered in that sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a bad experience in terms of people, customers reacting? Because it seems like everybody's pretty friendly there and appreciative.
Yeah, sometimes we get a bad customer.
It's the out-of-towners, right?
Yeah.
Out-of-towners.
Yep.
Got to handle yourself.
I was always taught that the customer is always right. But being in the restaurant business as long as I have, I say BS on that. The customer is not always right. And I do get a lot of throwback for that, but you know.
Yeah. And so how do you
and it's hard to keep everyone happy. You can't not please everybody.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
always going to have someone that's going to complain about something.
Yeah. It's like, to me, it's like a classroom too, because in our classroom you have 35 kids, 6 times a day. And even on your best days, right, there's always someone, well, this part was a little, like, and you can't dwell on
It's
that.
like trial and error every period.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, maybe that dish didn't come out the way it was, but this next person ordered it. Maybe I might tweak it a little bit better, a little bit different. You know.
Did you have, so you go out to eat a lot. Is it, okay, for the person who makes the best breakfast in Kings County, what food do you like? Like, who do you go to for food?
We usually don't go out for breakfast. It's usually dinner.
Okay.
And my go-to place is Crawdaddy's in Visalia.
I've never been to Crawdaddy's.
They have the best Alfredo.
Oh,
Chicken
my kids
Alfredo.
love that.
Yes.
I've been there for like live band and some drinks, but never for food.
Oh, yeah. They have good food.
Crawdaddy's. Okay.
Yeah, Ray Appleton plugs that place all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's always.
It's
Shout
good-
out to Ray
good
and Crawdaddy's.
It's a good atmosphere and good. I love the food. And we just tried another breakfast place called the Red Caboose.
Where's that?
It is off of Academy in Belmont, I believe.
Okay, you're in Fresno.
Yeah, going towards like Shiver Lake.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
And I'm sure being an owner now, you see things differently, right? You're like, oh, they ordered their potatoes from so-and-so.
Yeah.
What do you notice most about restaurants that is different from what you do?
The prices.
Oh.
The prices, basically. I'm always
Yeah.
comparing the prices.
Yeah.
Or how they bring out their items at dinner. Some places at dinner time.
Yeah.
We were always taught if at dinner time you order your meal, you want soup or salad, you bring the soup or salad first. Now everyone wants to bring your soup or salad with the meal.
Oh, I see.
And to me, it's aggravating because I wanted my salad first. It's like the appetizer.
Yeah, that's how I grew up.
You know?
Did you grow up that way? Salad first?
Yeah.
Because there's a certain order to things.
Yeah.
The
But
appetizer, the salad.
Yeah, but I feel in today's society, everyone just tries to rush it and throw it all out there and be done.
I don't feel that at your place.
No.
Maybe that's the difference.
Maybe.
I don't feel rushed there. And I feel like
There's
if
a
I
lot
wanna-
of food you got to enjoy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I had the meal there and then I had a whole nother meal at home later, or the kids had it. But yeah, it's not for one.
I'm gonna have to try this because
we're going. We had a show before this called Two Hungry Teachers. I'll send you an episode, and we would try different spots.
Oh yeah.
But if it was a breakfast standoff, I think we'd end up at your place.
Cool.
Okay, so let's talk about the breakfast shout outs in no particular order except for number one. Green Valley has it. I thought they had pretty good breakfast. Star Cafe, but then to me Overland. And I'm not saying this just because you're here. I said to him when you're not here, Overland,
Thank you.
I think, is a spot.
Thank you.
I think quantity does put a place on that favoritism too, because I remember going to like BJ's Kitchen in Fresno off of Blackstone, and they served the biscuits and gravy there like way more, and I'm a big guy, way more than even I could handle. But the chicken fried steaks are always huge, and I don't know how they pound that to make it flatter, to make it bigger. But the quantity, you know, sometimes I'll eat at Denny's. I'm like, this is horrible. And because they only gave you maybe, you know, a small portion, I'm like, I'm still hungry. You know, I always look at it that way. If I'm full and I can't walk to my car afterwards, I'm like, oh, that was a great place.
That's the American measure, right?
Yeah.
Am I bloated?
Yep.
Am I burping? Wow. So, yeah, you've been through a lot. And I always look at restaurant owners and say, that is courage, because it's not a guaranteed paycheck.
It's not.
And if people stop coming, then They stopped. That insecurity alone would keep me up at night. Like, what if they stop coming?
Yeah, I stress out a little bit for the slow season that comes. Then I'll start posting specials. I mean, I try to post as many as I can, but during the summer, I try to do kids eat free
Yeah.
under a certain age group, and
How has social media affected your business?
it's been great.
Free advertising?
Yep. We had some local guys, Jordan Burrow, I believe is his last name.
Mm-hmm.
He started a group called the Foodies Group.
Yes, I think that's where I found
Oh
you.
yeah. So
Shout out to Jordan.
yeah, they started before COVID,
Yeah.
and they would do like a restaurant of the month, and we got picked one.
That's where I
month.
found it.
Yep.
That I remember now. That's where I found you guys.
And after that, man, we were slammed, and it took me like a week to realize where did all these people come from.
But here's the cool part about it. He went in there and tried it.
Yep.
You didn't know who he was.
Nope.
And you gave him a great
Great
meal.
meal. Yep.
You weren't. It wasn't like a dog and pony show where you
Yeah.
stepped it up because the critic was in.
Yep.
It's what everybody gets.
Yep.
And you guys are very consistent. I have to say.
Thank you.
When I've been there, it's been the same meal. The pancakes gets bigger sometimes. Like wait, but that's not.
Well, our regulars will ask for a small pancake
Oh, okay.
because they know the
They
big
already
ones
know.
cover their plate. Yep.
So the regulars, the guys who were there, how did they welcome you when you first came in, or were they kind of like, oh, we got new owners?
Oh man,
Was it
that's a whole nother story.
Is it?
They were not very nice.
really?
They had to break me in, and it worked for a while. They would have me in tears. They
Wow.
were very. I told you they're a hearty group. They like to harass and give a bad time.
That's
And
kind of
That's actually where I met my boyfriend, and he was the one I disliked the most.
isn't it always that
Always
way?
Yep.
like that. Yep.
Was he there? Is he there typically in the morning having
Yeah.
breakfast? So when I went in, was he? Do you remember?
I don't know
was
if he was there or not.
but he's
so-
usually in there.
He's one of the early guys, 7 or 8.
Wow.
Some guys will show up when we get there at 5:30. 2 of my regulars are already in the driveway, and they'll come in the back door with us and sit in the dark while I get everything ready.
They're creatures of habit, right?
Yep.
Routine.
Yep.
And so you met your boyfriend there,
Yep.
and how long ago was that?
We've been together 19 years, I believe.
Oh my! So that was early in the game.
Yep.
You disliked him the most.
Yep.
How did he flip that around? I got to take notes on this.
Um,
Like, how do you turn that
Well,
around, right?
he used to invite he used to raise beef cattle, and he
Okay.
leased property. So he would always try to get me to go gather cattle. Like he would have huge gatherings, and I went one day and I saw a different side of him. So you get to know a person not just from the public, but their real person.
Yeah, when
So-
he wasn't with the guys.
Yeah. So I did that a couple times and hung out, and then he would ask me out, go out on a date, and it just went from there.
Oh, congratulations. 19
Thanks,
years.
That's a long time.
You know, Kings County is a special place.
It is.
And when I've been there 11 years now. When I first got there, I didn't feel a welcome mat come out, right? It wasn't like a welcoming spot. But it's like there's this thing there where it's like, okay, well, let's see who you are. And we're not going to embrace you right away, but if we do embrace you,
Yeah.
now you're in. It's like it feels like family now, and I feel like I'm at that stage now. But at first, I felt a little like, wait, it's not a very friendly spot.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It's just people need to get to know you,
Yep.
and that's how I felt coming from Tulare County there. And I'm sure that's kind of what your spot is like.
Yep.
But it does feel like home there. It does. It feels like you're eating at grandma's house,
Yep.
and she brought out all the fixins.
That's how my grandma used to cook. That's where my mom learned it.
So that's where all those
Yep.
recipes come from.
Yep.
Oh, and don't change a thing. That
We
place
won't.
is amazing.
We won't.
So, for our YouTubers out there, our viewers coming from different countries and places, where can they find Overland Café? What's the address?
10565 9th Avenue in Hanford.
10565 9th Avenue. You guys have Google Maps out there. Pull it out, look it up, and come visit us. And if you come in there and you saw on the show, say, hey, I want the Roblive special. Now, that means nothing, but she'll know at least that you saw this on the show.
I will know.
It's like, oh, you saw it.
You might get a discount.
Might get a little rabbit on the side. No, I just think it's amazing what you're doing. And one of the reasons I really wanted to bring you in is because I just understand the resilience it takes to be able to deal with the everyday things that life throws at you. COVID, grocery prices right now, bird flu, your son's incarceration, and yet here you are, right? We need to salute more people like you that are willing to just grind through it and show up every day. That work ethic. Jim has that work ethic too. Just like no days off.
Yep.
Life moves on. And I'm trying to convey that to my students now as a teacher. Say, listen, guys, I know you're going to have tough days. And I know there's days when you're not going to be ready to do the work. But on those days when you don't feel like doing it and you've pushed through, you get a little stronger.
Yep.
That's where growth happens. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of growth in yourself throughout these years. If you could look back after it's all said and done, and you, well, I don't know if you're going to retire, but, when you're done, how do you want to be remembered on this earth?
As a good mother and good daughter and good sister and a good friend.
I think you've already, those are all checked off. I know
I
the good mom one, I can tell you right now. I know your son can appreciate all the sacrifices you're making. What time do you wake up to make sure that the rabbits are fed before you go out to work?
My alarm is set for 4.
What time do you go to bed? Is she up watching Netflix at 1? Oh, my God. Are you at the Sequoia Club?
No. I go straight home after work. I usually, in the wintertime, I'm in bed probably at 5. But I don't go to sleep. I just watch TV and unwind for a little while. In the summertime, probably 8-ish.
Wow. Yeah. Can you imagine going to bed 8? I can't do it.
I don't go to sleep. But I don't have a good sleep pattern anyways, so I probably don't fall asleep till 9:30.
Yeah.
And then about 11, I'll wake up, and every hour I'm waking up, tossing and turning.
Oh, man. I might have something for you. And this happened to me yesterday, and it's called mindfulness drumming. Now, I've always been like a skeptic when it comes to, things that aren't just from the medical world, right? I grew up on, my mom was a nurse. You took antibiotics, you took pills. So when it comes to like natural healing therapy stuff, I'm very skeptical, right? I'm like, that's not good. So check this out. I'm at a teacher workshop yesterday, and the gal up there, she's talking about, as teachers or any job, taking care of yourself, right? If you can't take care of yourself, then you can't be your best at whatever you do. And eventually the wheels will fall off. And so she's like, all right, I want you to sit down and uncross your legs. So I was sitting like this. And she says, go ahead and close your eyes. And she turned off the lights. And there's about 20 of us teachers in this room. I told you the story, right? And she got out a hand drum with a mallet. And so it was kind of like a deeper tribal, like boom, 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 right? And she's going boom, boom, boom. And it sounds like a heartbeat. And I started to feel myself breathe slower. And she says, close your eyes and think of one word. And so I picked the word peace, because that's what I want. I want peace of mind. That's why I don't sleep at night. I have bad sleeping pattern because at night I don't have peace. I'm thinking about all the things that I got to do and what might go wrong, what's happening with my kids, And so I started thinking the word peace, and the drums going boom, boom, boom. And I kid you not, I start to feel my heartbeat start to match, start slowing down the drum. My breathing slows down. And after about 4 or 5 minutes, I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just listening to the beat of that drum. And I wanted to take the deepest sleep of my life. And the only reason I didn't is because I was in a room full of people. But it was I was like chicken necking. I was like, I could totally sleep to this. Wow. And so then she when we were done, I'm locked in now because I'm like, what just happened? And this is what she had explained to me, that when you're in the womb for 9 months as a baby, your only sound is your mom's heartbeat. If you mimic that sound once you're outside the womb, even as an adult, that same soothing feeling can overcome you if you allow it. And I was like, this might be my next thing. So that she showed me an app on Apple. Do you have an iPhone? Or do you have
iPhone.
I'm going to send you the app. And it sounds like heartbeat. And she says you just put on your Beats or your AirPods, whatever, and you lay down. And after a couple of days, sometimes weeks, that knocks you right out. And you sleep. Because I struggle with that too. But, we have to carry the weight of the world sometimes, and it's not always our burden to carry, but we sure do it, right?
Yep.
Wow. So I want to leave you with this: Mental Health Mondays, something I came up with last year. This is mental health awareness. The color for mental health is green. It's an initiative that started for me when my principal took his life. I talked to you about that. And then a student, she took her life in 2021. Recently, one of my best friends, his little brother also. So we know that mental health, that unrest exists. We know it's a reality. And to me, this represents a nonverbal cue that says that I'm aware of mental health issues, but I'm also a listener. I'm someone willing to listen and be open to that. And I know you see a lot of the general public, and maybe at some point, if you find it in your heart, you can be that listener that saves a life for someone else. I've had multiple students come to me and share that they're thinking about hurting themselves. We get them the help they need. So I want to extend this to the Overland Café. This is Mental Health Matters.
Thank
and
you.
You ever feel like compelled to wear that, especially in the month of May, that's a nonverbal cue to others that you are aware of mental health issues and that you're there to be a listener, which I'm sure you have been for all these years with your customers and everyone you serve.
Thank you. I will wear this.
Thank you very much. And YouTube, I want you guys, if you live anywhere within the radius of this place here in beautiful Central California, you need to come out to Hanford. You need to come out to the Overland Café and support small business. Grocery prices are up. The economy's struggling right now. We need you. Come on out, support this place. I'm going to get you the address, a link. I'm going to do the Del You're Channel 30 link as well. But come on out and support these small businesses that need us. And there's no better place for breakfast. I said it here. You heard it from Roblive, than the Overland Café in Hanford, California. Until next time, from Rob, Kristi, and Jim, this is Roblive with love, peace, and chicken grease. We out.